Welcome back, YouTube. My name is Josh and we have another cool tutorial today for you. So typically I focus on Swift code, but today we're actually going to be in GitHub and learning how to make a ongoing cheat sheet for us. So yesterday I ran across this awesome video. I believe Jonathan put it out in 2021. Jonathan is there with the Swift Arcade, which you can see there in the background. And what he was basically talking about is, as he learns new concepts or he comes across hard ones, he'll document it in his Github repo and then come back to it or spend a day learning about the topics and then putting all his documentation out there. Super simple and super organized, and it makes so much sense because when I learn something, I typically, if I don't use it for a little bit, I forget it. But I can make pretty good notes. So if I could put those notes somewhere where I can access on any of my computers or anywhere I'm at, GitHub being the place, it makes it so much more powerful where you can just really quick sign in, look at your GitHub repo, and see your notes to refresh yourself. Pretty awesome. Versus, going doing a Google search and going through what everyone else is saying and trying to relearn the whole process over again. You already did that. Make good notes, and now you can go back to your notes. So let's look at what I mean by that. So he has a repo here, and let's just click on auto layout for instance. So he's got all this information here in auto layout. You click on something, so he named it, centering and alignment. So let's click on this, and you can see he's got images here. He's got his actual documentation, his headers, and then he's got also his Swift code that you can actually copy and use. So it's super simple, and I was kind of like, well, how, I haven't really done too much on like the README side of things, and I'll make a repo, go back to the repo whenever I need it, but doing the repo or doing the README and the Markdown language, I really didn't have much experience in that. So I started looking around. I was like, you know what? I think this would be nice to show other people how we can do this. Now I did it a little bit different than him, but that's okay. So I'm going to show you how I started my repo, and then I'm going to go to the one that I have started. I just started working on this morning, so I don't have much in there, but you better believe I'm going to start doing this, and over time, of course, that'll build and build and build, and probably eventually look like Jonathan. So now let's go ahead and look at how I did this. So how I started this is going into your repos. You want to go ahead and hit click new. Name this whatever we want, so I'll just do whatever. And then you give it a good description. I just did a one-liner, but what you want to make sure you do is go down here and click add README file. Then go ahead and click create. And that's all you need to do to actually start your repo. And now let me show you what that looks like. Go back here. Now you see mine right here. I named it Wiki for iOS development. Made sense to me, and then I put a one line, this is a wiki that holds notes about iOS development as I learn and document. Okay, so right now you see I have control transfer statements. This is what I am doing. So I'm actually going into the wiki here. So I'll click on that, and you can see over here I made an actual page for control transfer statement. And you can see my header here, just some code here, and then some more information about the 5 control transfer statements in Swift, in Swift. And also, real quick, here's a plug. I just put out a YouTube video, which is linked at the bottom of this. If you go to my GitHub page and see this, if you want to learn more about this and me actually teach you in the video. Anyways, I add my Swift code as well, and now I link this. So all I gotta do is grab this link here, go back into my, and if you're getting confused, don't worry, we're gonna walk through one together, but I'll go back to the very beginning here where you see this README, and now all you can have to do is click on control transfer statements, and it's going to take you straight here. So every time you want to look at something new, you have everything. Now I'm starting to work on this OOP, or object oriented programming, and if you click there, you see I have access control. This is what we're going to walk into. So now I click on access control and see the access controls we have there with Swift. Now, let's go ahead and see what this looks like, how to create this from scratch so you can see how I do a new page, how you link it, and that should help you learn. So I have a let me see here. I'll just go ahead and copy this. I have a playground, sorry, I said it 3 times, that I am going to copy and actually use. So this is going to be what we will be using. So we're going to go new page. Bring this guy over here. We're going to name this inheritance, because that's what we will be documenting. So you name your page, pretty easy. If you want a header, you do a header 1 or header 2 or header 3, and whatever you choose after that, you just type in that header. Here, I'll actually show you. This is a header. Check it out. You hit preview and it'll show you exactly what that looks like. You can also do code, which I'll do in a minute. So I need to add this comment here. So I'm going to just do a header 1, paste this, remove my actual comment because I don't need that. And this is just saying exactly what inheritance is. Boom, you see how big this is. So you can make this as big as you want or as small as you want. I like this, so this is just explaining what this is. I'm not going to go into this topic. I just want to show you guys how to make the actual page, because I was a little confused yesterday. So after that, I want to add in my own little code. So with Swift, GitHub already does this for us. If you click up here, you will see code. So you highlight over this and it'll say what each of these are. If you give it a minute, italic, code. But there's only one there. So I learned if you do 3 of these dashes and then put the keyword Swift and then do 3 more, inside of here now you can paste Swift code, and let's see what that looks like. Boom. Just like in your playground, this will show up. So now I have a page that says inheritance, and then it describes what it is, and then it shows me an example of inheritance. And you can also go in here and add comments. So if you want to say, like right here, we can do Mark, here is an example. Boom, now we can go back and preview, and your comments actually work as well. So it's just like writing in Swift. So then what you want to do is hit save, of course. So you save in this page. Now you make sure you copy the actual link. Then you go back to, we're going to go back to home here. There it is. I'm trying to get back to this README page. So there it is. So you just click code and it'll go back to that. Hello, sorry. So I went back into this OOP. We're going to hit edit here because we're going to want to add an actual link. So I'm going to copy exactly what I did here, except I'm going to make the new link. So this is how you make bulletins, which you will find out here too. This will say it. If you highlight unordered list, and it'll show you. Click on that, or you can do a 1, or you can do that. I just need one of these. Okay, then you want to put your square brackets, and I'm going to name this whatever you want, but in my case, I'm going to keep it the same as the actual page that we just made, and that is inheritance. So then you just do your little parentheses there, and I'm going to paste that site that I just made. That's all you got to do. So now you hit save. It'll go back to here. So now, boom, I already have access controls, which I showed you. Boom, you can go there, go back. Now I want to learn about inheritance or refresh on it. Boom, I hit that. And literally within minutes, you have what you described it, your example. And let's say you come up with a better example or see something that someone has a good example. You can grab that and edit this at any time you want, of course, hit edit. And it's there for you. And then you can just keep all your files and stuff together and build it up. So anyways, that's all I have for you today. I hope this video was informational for you and you learned something, because that's always the goal in mind. If you like my content, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And click that bell if you want to see upcoming content from me.